Peace, y'all. Okay, so straight back with another live. Today we're gonna start off with the singing bowl. Okay. Okay, that works. Divine Evening, Lord of Ray. So I started off with the bowl energy today, y'all. I'm in like this really like peaceful, calm, tranquil vibe right now. Okay, the energy may or may not shift. Y'all already know. Okay, so for those of you who are new here, I am Soulshine, CEO and owner of Esoteric Soulshine LLC. I am your favorite spirit guide, your favorite divine teacher. Okay, your favorite spiritual teacher, your favorite young elder, your favorite living ancestor, and divine channel messenger, as well as astrologer and many other things. Okay. So I really felt like this pull to do this reading for that. Like it's kind of like the Taurus new moon energy, but like it's more of like collective check-in, and then also seeing what's coming in for the collective as well. Because I've been noticing certain things, and I know when I notice things, I know that other people could be noticing them as well and may or may not understand them. And I've been on the journey of understanding it. Right, I go through stuff first so that I can help and teach and guide others in going through the shifts. Okay, so right now I got notes. Okay, I hadn't did this in a while, but I know so much that I had to write it down. Okay, and keep in mind these messages are timeless. Although I will be talking about current energy, it may or may not resonate with you at a certain point in your life or not at all. All right, so only take what resonates and leave what does not. Okay, just because I don't call or say your zodiac sign, just because if I'm talking about Aries or Taurus and you're not an Aries or Taurus, it doesn't matter. Okay, the energy will still resonate in a certain type of whether or not area of your life or a certain season of your life. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. You thought I was China and McClain. I get that a lot. I've been told that I look like China and McClain all my life. All right, no, Soulshine. So collective, you could be noticing that you've been thinking about your early life experiences. Okay, you could be rehashing memories of the past, whether or not from your childhood. A lot of it really has to do with childhood though, so from child, teen, 20s, it could be different for different people, okay? When also re-looking at your traumas, you could be really feeling like you're really looking at your abilities. You could have felt like stalled for a while, like this last season, last month. Aries energy is like you feel like you need to go, but not knowing where to go or how to go. But you just knew that it's like you just knew you needed to do something, right? And so you could have been in that period of just having to rest, revamp, revitalize, okay, and to also clear your mind, right? There are certain things that had to get out of the way, that you had to purge in order for you to move forward into this next season, all right? So with it being, it was for Aries, that is the beginning of a new year. The beginning of the new year is spring, not winter. Okay. So you could have really been feeling this energy of needing to clean, needing to get rid of stuff, needing to also acknowledge certain feelings, certain things could be coming up. Inferiority has been significant. Okay. So you really been thinking about what's your next step, what's the next plan, okay? Aries is the beginning. That is a fire energy, that is spirit, that is passion, that's I want to do this, okay? And now we're moving into Taurus, where it's, okay, this is how I'm going to do this. This is how I'm going to build this to make this happen. This is how I'm going to bring all this into fruition, going from just an idea, or just going from a moment or a want or a desire, and making it become a actual reality. Okay, you could have felt lost. You could have felt like you just had to really calculate, whether or not calculating numbers. Some of y'all could have really been looking at numbers and been like, okay, this gonna cost this, okay, or I make this is that and the third, like really bringing it down to, okay, physically, what do I have? And physically, what are my capabilities that I have in order to bring in this other energy, bring in these resources? Taurus represents resources, okay? It represents the physical realm. It represents money, moolah. Okay, you could have been having new ideas. You could be feeling like going a new direction. Something that you've always done, you could be feeling like, or could have been feeling like, okay, I've always did this, but now I feel like I need to do something else. Like the time for this is done, or maybe I need to remix it. Maybe I need to do it a different way. Okay. Self-confidence, esteem, and core values have been significant as well. Like I said, with that that inferiority energy, some of you could have really been picking up on or feeling like inferior, and not saying that others made you feel not presently making you feel inferior, but it could have had to do with your traumas, okay? Inferiority complexes that came from in the past, from different experiences, different people that you have come and encountered with, or different situations that have made you think less of yourself than, and that is not actually the truth, okay? But when those situations or those people get into your head, then you start thinking a certain thing about yourself, and then you think that thing that you think about yourself, or that they made you think about yourself, is reality when it is not. Okay, so you've also been shedding old ideals, okay, old outdated programming, thought processes, okay, different things like that. You really been working on your relationship with your body as well. You could be feeling called to exercise more, to meditate more, to go outside in the nature more, to go for a walk, okay? To really work on yourself and your connection to the outside world as well as your body, okay? Because health is wealth. So, if you are somebody who is an astrologist, or you're already a spiritual teacher, or you're already in that area, you also could be noticing that you're feeling called to study the houses, okay, the astrological houses. So if you're feeling that call to do that, you need to go ahead and do that. There's plenty of free information out here, okay? Ignorance is a choice today, okay? So you're also looking at feeling the need to ground. You could have been feeling anxiety. You could have been feeling stressed, like all those different things I was talking about were feeling lost, but you had to ground yourself. You can't move if you don't have that solid energy under you of like, okay, I know where I want to go. It's easier to know where you want to go when you're able to get your emotions and your intrusive thoughts and things like that in order, okay, and not allow them to distract you. Your heart knows where you want to go, and then you're having to use your mind to get there as well, because the heart can take you half halfway, and then you got to have the mind to take you the other part of the way. Okay. And a lot of you have also been having to make head over heart decisions as well. You could have had to let go of something, or have been thinking about how you've had to let go of something that you really care about, but because mentally, you have thought through a process that, okay, I may like that, but it's not good for me. You got to let it go. So it's the vice versa on both of those. Okay. Different animals, okay, spirit animals or animals that you've been seeing in reality that have been significant. Grasshoppers have been significant. Okay. Squirrels have been significant. Goats have been significant. Cows have been significant. And blue jays have been significant. Birds, period, have been significant. Okay. Birds cawing or chattering or hooing, owls. Birds have just been really significant. Okay. So those are the downloads. Self-identification. Okay. That's the one last thing before we get into the decks, the tarot, and channeling more of the energy. Okay. Self-identification. You've really been looking at how you identify. Okay. And it's more of self-made energy, who you actually are, not who you were told to be, not the mold that you feel like you're supposed to fit in, but really looking at yourself, getting to know yourself and figuring out who you are. What is your identity? Not who you were told to be, not who you had to be, who you actually are. Okay. And accepting who you are as well. Okay. Self-accountability has been significant as well, right? So that's really been a lot of the energy, a lot of things that you could be noticing that have been going through your mind at this period of time and different experiences. You could have 222 is also significant. Okay. So you could have been seeing 222 a lot. You could be experiencing unexpected, whether or not hiccups or just having unexpected situations, right? It's just having to, things just going not necessarily the way that you plan for them to go, whether it's something that you like how it went or didn't like how it went as well. Just the energy moving, right? Thank y'all for the likes and follows. Yeah, my nose itching. I'm on point. I know I'm on point. Pay attention when I get to talking. Okay, when I get to talking, and I get to doing this. Nose. And again, only take what resonates. Don't make something fit with you that is not your story. Okay. Don't make an energy yours that's not, and then focus on it and manifest it into your life and make it yours either. Okay. Know thyself. Keep a certain level of detachment as well. Okay. Ooh, y'all, my nose is itching so bad. Oh, okay. Now, I do this from the heart. All right. This is something I really love to do. I love to help and guide people. Okay. But at the same time, let me be real, y'all. I'm an Aquarius. Okay. I'm an Aquarius. I like to be alone. I like to help people. But then after I'm done, or if people don't want to listen, I'm done. I'm going to wash my hands with you after I done tried everything I can to help you. You don't want to listen. And I'm going to move on to somebody else who want to listen and take and receive the help, the advice, and the good energy. Okay. We transform around here. Okay. Trigger warning as well. Okay. So you don't know what's going to come out my mouth. Half the time, I don't know what's going to come out my mouth either. So disclaimer, you have been warned. All right. I'm going to hit the bell, y'all. Let me organize my space a little bit real quick. Most High Divine Spirit, angels, guardians, Mother God, Father God, my spirit team, I ask that you protect me as I channel this energy for the collective. Okay. I only ask for truth, guidance, and clarity. All right. Evil, ugly energy, monitoring spirits are not welcome and are not safe here. Okay. Not a mouth issue. baby. I got the gift of gab. Let me tell you, I had to realize something for myself. Like, y'all, I've always known shit, okay? And I be knowing stuff, and when I say stuff that people don't want to hear, okay? And it be the truth though. But that's part of my purpose. It's just in me to do that. So I may say something that you don't like, and it's gonna be the truth though, but you gonna just have to accept it or you can leave, okay? Ain't nobody making nobody stay here. Everybody that came into this room and comes into this room, and whether or not looks through YouTube or on my platform, you come here by choice. So you make the choice to come here. So you don't get to come to me with no crazy energy, because baby, we ain't doing out here. All right, for the Divine Collective Spirit, anything else for the Divine Collective? Motion, Mars, okay? So yeah, that's that Aries energy. You're really getting that motion. You can really feel the wheels turning. If you have been pushing the pedal, before pushing the pedal was a little harder, okay? Whether or not it was a lot harder or a little harder. This for some of y'all, not all y'all. Okay, you could have been trying to trek up that mountain with them pedals, and you struggling, okay? And now it can seem, or it will be, like things are just going easier. You're just manifesting, and you've either, it's like when you start a new job, right? When you start a new job, you have you make mistakes. You make a lot of mistakes. That's what happens when you start something new. You make a lot of mistakes, and then after a while of being there, depending on, how fast of a learner that you are, whether or not it's by the first month, the second month, it'd be like 3 months to 6 months in your job position. You know what you're doing. Like, you feel me? It become real easy. You don't make as many mistakes as you did when you started the job, right? So a lot of you are getting through the uncomfortable phase, whether or not it's the uncomfortable phase of healing, because I've been doing that personally as well. That shadow work, the number 22 and 222. When I said 222 earlier, there goes 22. Okay, so I've been doing my own healing as well on the outskirts, but y'all ain't seeing me, okay? Getting that internal world together. And it does have its difficult moments. So I know that y'all are facing those complications and those hiccups and things like that as well. Like, really having to feel your emotions so that you understand yourself. No longer like just pushing them away, not putting them on the back burner, not acting like you don't feel some type of way, not belittling your feelings and invalidating yourself. No, we're not doing that no more. Okay, being honest with yourself about how you feel about something, even if it's something that could be controversially seen as incorrect or taboo. Okay, you feel dark emotions. You feel, I'm pretty sure most of us, I could damn near say all of us. I try not to generalize a lot of stuff because I have an understanding that everybody go through different stuff. But if I was to generalize that, all of us experience low and dark emotions, right? And you have to have somebody in your life that if you are to talk to somebody about it, they're not going to say, no, you shouldn't feel that way, or this is on the third. They're going to, okay, you feel that way. Okay, so what can we do about that? Or let me just sit here with you in that feeling. Like, I still love you. I got you. I know you just feeling this right now, but I'm here for you. Okay, that accepts you and love you as well, and you have to be able to accept and love yourself. Throat chakra is significant as well. You can find yourself speaking up more often, pushing yourself. Okay, you've been pushing yourself to speak up about what you like and speak up about what you don't like. Thanks, Marie. It's good to see you. Shout out to Marie in the room. Okay, really pushing yourself to stand up and stand out, and also deviate from habits, situations, groups, peoples, and places. Peoples. I said peoples. Oh my goodness. Hey, Taya. Hey, Taya. Okay, for a lot of you, it was in the home front, okay? A lot of you are bringing motion, making moves, making changes in your home, or having to heal from a unhealthy or toxic home or a traumatic home, okay? Authority and pinnacle. Yeah, a lot of you are realizing that you have the authority to change something, whether or not it is the vibe of your house, right? Whether or not you're head of home or you're cohabitating with a lot of different individuals, but allowing yourself to be you. When it comes to like growing up around people who, you were one way, whether or not it was something that you had to be or you were just that way, right? Change is a part of life, right? You are supposed to change. You're not going to half the time you end up on the opposite field. A lot of the things that I hated, disliked, and didn't like when I was a little girl, I love now. Okay, it's crazy. Okay. So you could have been known for something, whether or not it's something that you do or a way that you are. But then it's like you feel like you still have to be that way, even though you're outgrowing that way of being. So you try to put yourself in that mold for those other people, but it's tiring, it's draining. And so whether or not you communicate with them that you're, hey, I'm changing this, that ain't gonna work for me, or I'm not gonna be that way anymore, or I don't know what you thought this was, but this ain't that. Okay, like clearly communicating wherever your boundaries lie, or what you're willing to do, what you will not do. That's been something significant as well. Willpower, Leo energy. Okay, so you've been deciding what you will do and what you will not do. It's not a can't. It's not a can't. It's either you gonna do it or you not. Okay, that true accountability. See you later. Thank you, Taya. Okay, something about partnership. We're gonna see what this partnership energy is as well. For some of you, a lot of you, if you are in a relationship or some type of significant connection, it's reaching a new pinnacle. Okay, it's reaching a new pinnacle, a higher pinnacle. So a lot of you could be noticing heaven coming into your relationship, especially if you've been healing, right? Those who will resonate with my energy, right? Those of you who resonate with me, y'all know. So if we take an accountability, right, especially even in relationships, we're not gonna manipulate our partner and and beat around the bush and indirectly ask them or get them to do something. We're gonna be direct. We don't play mind games around here. Okay. So you realize that when you heal yourself, when you're in the relationship that's meant for you while you're healing, your partner's also healing too. And then with you healing, you're also responding differently. You're not reacting. Okay. There's a difference between reacting and responding. Okay. Reacting is not even a thought process. Reacting comes from a subconscious place. Okay. And then responding comes from a conscious place, taking a moment, calculating in your mind what you're going to say or how you're going to react first, and then doing it, versus allowing your emotions and or your ego to respond and mess up something. Okay, I'm getting for somebody, an example that I'm getting is like say two people with big egos in a relationship. Like say if it worked for them, it worked for them. This ain't us, baby. Okay, but two people in a relationship, and when they're having an argument or something like that, versus say apologizing or saying when you're wrong, or oh my bad, or oh no, I was feeling this, versus explaining your feelings to your partner for understanding, just allowing your ego to run, like, you know what, I'll just go. Okay, and then trying to play the tough role, like, oh, let me pack my stuff up, let me get up out of here, and just pack it real slow. You don't really want to go. You really want to say you sorry, but you feel like if you say you sorry first, you're gonna look weak. That's some BS around here. Okay, that's that BS. We ain't doing that. Okay, that is not allowed. That ain't allowed. A lot of you could also know whether or not you notice, because I peeped that in the energy too. Peep that in the physical world when it comes to relationships. A lot of people could be finding out that their person, hold on, I'm gonna say this. So a lot of people could be realizing that they were being emotionally unavailable to their partner. Okay. And a lot of people could also be realizing that they weren't being emotionally mature towards their partner as well. Okay. Because it ain't all kiki, fun, and games. This is about two energies coming together in unison to build together and take part on the journey hand in hand together. Okay. Like when y'all have a problem, it's not y'all versus each other. It's y'all together against the problem. Okay. That's significant for somebody. That's spirit. Anything else? Yep. Alliance. What I just said. Confirmation. Okay. alliance. A lot of y'all are learning how to move in unison with specific energies, okay? Especially because you've maneuvered away from other energies, other people, other things that you found were actually toxic to you, weren't actually good for you, or were draining you. What gave you the feeling of feeling inferior? What gave you the feeling of feeling like you're not enough? Or what gave you the feeling of, you know, all those different things, identifying those traumatic thoughts, okay? Those traumatic responses. And as you're ushering those out, okay, it's bringing in room for it to be a safe space, for it to be a safe connection, for there to be communication, for there to be understanding, okay? Not arguments, I'm getting, okay? Yeah, investigate. Yep. Some of y'all, because you're so passionate, a lot of y'all realizing what you really care about, okay? Really looking at what do you value, what are your core values, okay? There's certain shit that if it's so important to you, then it's going to be worth, you know, it'll be worth the challenges that it comes with, and some things are not worth the challenges that they come with, okay? So figuring out what that is for you, what you're truly passionate about, and investigating it. Scorpio, major Scorpio energy, okay, so that you can get it together. Fifth house is that house of Leo, okay? A lot of you are also, you could be feeling a lot more creative, okay? So a lot of you could really be heading towards different directions in the creative arena, okay? Whether or not it is like art or some form of self-expression. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me, y'all. I'm over here, the spiritual burps. Okay, really looking at what brings you joy and pleasure, really figuring out your hobbies. You could be finding more time to play. Okay, y'all really could have been head down working real hard. So now you're feeling in the energy that it's like, okay, it's time to play. It's time to dedicate more of your time to other things. If you have secured the bag or secured your foundation or secured some type of security, okay? Because, yeah, all work and no play makes you a dull, what? Okay. A lot of you could really be, I know you're healing your inner child. You could have children, okay? Like this for some of y'all, not all y'all. You could want children as well. Romance has been very significant to you. You could be finding yourself being even more romantic, okay? I'm hearing hopeless romantic, but I don't really like that phrase, hopeless romantic. Like, it's like, yeah, I guess I could be considered a hopeless romantic, but it's not hopeless, just romantic, baby. Like, take the hopeless off. Like, you feel me? A lot of you could be romanticizing your lives as well, adding more magic in your own personal rituals, whether spiritual or hygiene rituals or health rituals, whatever it is that helps you to stay in alignment, stay grounded, and be at peace. You could be feeling called to do more of that, or you have been doing more of that, okay? You could really find yourself caring less and less what other people think about you if you already didn't feel that way, okay? Like, it's just becoming easier to be yourself, okay? Getting in tune, okay? My nose is itching. Hit the nail on the head, huh? For someone, you've also put an end to trying to figure out something as well. Like, something wasn't worth figuring out, okay? You could have dedicated a lot of time to trying to figure something out because you just really wondered, or you really just wanted to know, like, how it worked or why it happened or something like that. And you finally just, like, put it down because it was taking more energy than it was worth to try to figure it out. Or you could have realized that it was just a distraction. Like a test from the devil, okay? Well, get my cushion together. Ooh, okay. heard a Saturn's return. Somebody, you could have had a Saturn's return. Okay. Just really feeling the need, or like maybe your frontal lobe just activated. Okay. Just feeling the importance of physical security as well. Like, it's not saying, you know, the physical world, the things that go on, whether or not Gucci, Prada, whatever hell, like celebrities, all that shit's not really important. Okay. The certain things that are important, like, we don't idolize money, but baby, you do need some currency. Okay. You got to have your currency right in order to be getting something. Wherever it's come from, whether or not you on God's payroll, whether or not you on somebody else's payroll, what works for you. Okay. But you can't buy something without that. Okay. So you could have really been like focused on getting your financial security, something about career as well. Some of you could really be focusing on your career right now, whether or not you're feeling called. A lot of you could be feeling called to go back to school. Maybe you like to learn. Maybe you want to learn. Okay. Getting some type of certificate or something, just using your time, right? Just using the time that you have to do other things, learn things, you know, have experiences, create new experiences, and or gain your desired experiences as well. Okay. The Hierophant is significant. Your personal issues are reaching resolutions. You are putting it into you are figuring out the solution to your problems. A lot of you are realizing that you were the solution to your problems the whole time anyways, because you was allowing the problems to be a problem. You feel me? Okay. So yeah, we got full moon in Cancer. So you could be a Cancer zodiac, or you could be crabs are significant. Crab legs. Somebody either eating crab legs or want crab legs. I know I do. Okay. That's her king crab. Go get you some king crab if you want some king crab. Okay. What's that spirit for the collective? Okay. What does the collective need to be aware of? All right. We got first quarter Leo. Be humble. Find a balance. Talk less, feel more. For some of you, because that ain't feel right. Like, it's not feeling like you need to be told to be humble. It's feeling like whatever. Some of you had a certain issue, right? That's that inferiority. Okay. That inferiority. Thank you, Spirit, because I was wondering. I was trying to. We there. Okay. So a lot of you could have felt like you're supposed to lower yourself, right? Be humble, be less. Okay. And you could have had certain personal situations or issues arise because you were lowering yourself below the station that you were supposed to be, which is why you were running into certain issues. So now it's like you're owning yourself, okay, instead of selling yourself short. All right. You're finding a balance. It's not saying that you're better than anyone, but it's saying that you deserve better, okay? So you're going to get better, okay? Talk less, feel more. Pisces. We also got Libra. Libra has been so significant as well, okay? Venus and Libra and Taurus energy. That triangles are significant. 333 is also significant, okay? I just heard Pythagoras theorem. Clarifying talk less, feel more. talk, let's feel more. Yeah, okay. Your dreams need a practical plan. There's that Taurus energy. Okay, full moon in Taurus and full moon in Aquarius show the world the real you. So a lot of you are talking less, being yourself more, okay? And taking the time, as I said earlier, to make these practical decisions, okay? This is a great time, okay? This is a perfect time to be manifesting, focusing on more of what you want and less of what you don't want, okay? And putting more energy towards what you do want and not towards what you don't want, okay? The energy is really going to support you. The universe is really going to support you at this time. And building, okay, and branding and creating, okay. North Node, okay. Yeah, this is really a good time to step out of your comfort zone as well. For some of you, you'll be stepping up more so into it, right? Like I said earlier, because there's two sides to the coin. Because some of you, you've already been out of your comfort zone, putting in the work. So for those of you who have already been putting in so much work, it's more of your time to be at peace and let yourself ease a bit before the next stage of the plan or the situation or the part of the journey or something like that. For some of you, if you haven't been, then it's time for you. It's your turn now to put in the work, okay, so that you can rest more easily later, okay? Yep, release control. First quarter moon in Taurus, baby. You've been releasing what you cannot control, okay? Distance yourself from what you can't control. And if you're in a situation that you just have to be there, but you can't control it, then you're changing your attitude. Changing your attitude changes the situation. Watch your attitude change, whether or not favorably or unfavorably, okay? Whether or not you need to start cracking the whip or whether or not you need to zen out, okay? Whichever one you got to do, and watch a circumstance change, okay? Whips have been significant as well, okay? Some of you, you feel like you could have been getting whipped, like whipped into gear, okay? For some people, I just picked up, though, there's some people out here going through karma, and you feel me, the karma, they getting their ass whipped, okay? And then for others, it's like you've been feeling like you just been putting in so much work, or like whether or not you've been cracking the whip, like you being in boss mode, okay? You stepping up and taking charge, and you realizing, okay, I do actually have the authority to take control of a certain situation so they can go better than what it was, okay? Trust that all will be well. New moon in Virgo, okay? Really trust that all will be well, because it is, okay? Because you're working through your fears. Some of you could really fear stuff not going the way that you want it to, right? And you're supposed to be embracing the flow of life, okay? That's somebody's message. Full moon in Gemini. It's a lot of full moon energy out here, and I did pick up. So yeah, you're really reflecting, okay? So you really are. You've really been looking back over your life or yourself or something like that. And the reason you were doing that as well, if you were doing that within these last 4 weeks, is because of that Aries full moon. Full moons are times of reflection, while new moons are times of manifestation, times to build, times to do something new or to head in a different direction or do something, okay? So whenever there's a full moon and you notice, if you notice, you just really keep thinking, you can't stop just thinking about something or re-looking or rehashing over whether or not past or recent past, something that just happened. Look at the moon. Look up. What is the moon in? If the moon was full and it's waning now, that's the time period for it. Go ahead, allow yourself to reflect. Make sure that you keep centering yourself. Don't let it just take you over, okay, and just completely distract you, okay? As you do, you gotta, it's like, okay, it can be bothersome being like, dog, I want to stop thinking about this. I don't even want to think about this as a third, okay? But you gotta go ahead and finish it out, and then, all right, there we go. Or you get something to distract you, right? You turn on the TV, or you go do something, whether or not it's running out, or you turn the music on, whatever it is, however, what works for you? What works for you? A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. A lot of you, for someone, because I fell on the floor, I feel like you're like, nah. For some of you, it's more of a time to take rather than to give. Okay? So for some of you, you're like, nah, it's my time to take, not give. Okay? If you've already been giving, right? It's not if you've already been taking and then you think you're going to take some more. No. The universe calls for balanced justice. It may not seem fair, okay, but it's balanced. And if you were to keep taking, if you're a taker and you keep taking, eventually you're going to be forced to give up something. Now, for those of you who've been given, now it's time for you to take something, okay? Take that as it resonates. Y'all, there's this other deck that I want to get, okay? Eventually, I'll get it, okay? If you're interested in donating, my Cash App is in the top of my bio, but it's this career deck that I want to get, because I want to do more career reads. I'm like, yeah, we're going to do those. Y'all, my nose been fine all day. Like I said, and I get to going on live. Ooh, and my nose beat. For some reason, I'm feeling this deck. Okay. Something about game night. I just channeled. Okay, something about a game night or a game board or Game Boy, something like that. Okay. Something about your mind. Something about fake praying. How do you fake pray? I don't know how to do that. How do you fake pray? Make that make sense. What does the collective need to be aware of at this time? Shade hood. Okay. I was picking up on that, y'all. I was picking up on this shady. I picked up on that shady ass energy, but I was like, make it make sense. All right. And I was trying to go around it. Okay, I was trying okay, but yeah, it's folks out here so fake praying, as in that means that somebody's not praying for your good. They're either praying for their will, their personal right, their personal will to happen for you or come upon you or something like that. Basically, you haters. Okay, somebody, okay, and like I said, this is not for everybody, okay, but somebody could be trying or tried to throw shade on you, but you're a star, okay, somebody could have tried to throw shade onto your light, okay, especially you've been healing, you know, like I said earlier, when you heal and when you change and when you outgrow certain things and you decide to change, but others still stay where they're at while you maneuver somewhere else, okay, we go ahead and move around, okay. If you're refusing, right? Gotta love you from afar if you are refusing to evolve. Okay. We that type of energy around here, okay? So somebody could be throwing shade on your stardom. You're meant to be a star. You're meant to shine. You're meant to heal. Okay. Whether or not yourself or others. Okay. You're meant to express yourself. You're meant to be gazed upon. You're meant to be admired. You are meant to be damn near idolized in a sense, right? In a sense of like making people want to come higher and inspire, okay? You're meant to inspire people, okay? And there are those that, you know, the biggest light also casts the biggest shadow. There are people that feel like they're in your shadow, or they are in your shadow, or they're at your back, or they're in the past. Those that's in the dark and in your shadow, that your light, you know, they throwing shade, okay? Spirit, look, nat, 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 nat. I said the monitoring spirits are not. Look, the nat nats know, okay? These folks know. The folks or whatever this energy, this hating ass energy that want to take from you, okay, or want you to come back down to hell no, okay? They see, okay? Even your haters can see that you are rising. Even the monitoring ass spirits can see that the phoenix has risen, that you have been reborn, that you are changing, and that you have changed, okay? For someone, you're doing well for yourself. Somebody didn't think you'd be able to do well for yourself by yourself, but you proved them wrong. You had faith in yourself like you were supposed to. If you don't believe in yourself, how can you believe in anything else for you? How can you believe anything else for you if you don't believe in yourself? No, I was going to say, I'll wait, but no, I won't wait, okay? A lot of y'all got divine unions in your present or your future, okay? 622. 122 is also significant. What's that, Spirit? What does divine collective need to be aware of? Activate, baby. Okay, you're activated. And look, so I don't remember what I be putting on my cards. Okay, on the back of this is haterade. So you didn't activate it. You activated yourself to activate that haterade, the haterade factory. Okay. Because you've been alchemizing. I heard alchemist, okay? You've really been turning your pain into gain, baby. You really been shining your light. I said, when you start walking like this, you gotta start talking like this, okay? That's at Psalm 612. I'm picking up Bible energy as well. Whether or not you use Bible verses or you use the Bible for a background or a study or story, however you use it as in a way to elevate you, okay, or some way, some form like that, okay? (6:12). She got Ephesians 6:12. What, we don't wrestle with the I think I passed it. Yeah. No. Deuteronomy, Numbers, Leviticus, Exodus. Okay, 731. All right, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. No? Look. Yes, okay. Yeah. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay? You've been out here wrestling against the principalities, the powers, against the darkness, against the wickedness in high places. Okay? But and it's like it's saying it's not in the flesh, but it is in those people, right? It's in certain people. So there's certain people, there's certain beings of flesh, certain energies, okay, certain energies throwing shade because you stepped into your boss mode, emperor, okay, into your boss emperor mode. You staying ready, okay, you staying ready. It's like, you know, certain people can also be bothered too because you like, if you think you not liking me bothers me an ounce and you not signing my paychecks, you not the one to put me on God's payroll, you not the one I gotta sleep in the bed with at night. What you think? How you think that's gonna bother? Why would you think that bothers me? What that don't do nothing. Okay, so it's like this level of understanding, this level of confidence that I'm picking up on for you, whether or not it is you moving in your purpose, whether or not it is also it's you healing, you shining, realizing that there's something a whole lot bigger going on than a little hater in the corner. Okay, there's a whole lot more. You got a whole lot more going on for you. Okay. You trying to build a house. You trying to get that new car. You trying to get closer to God. You trying to heal. You trying to raise your children and raise them better than you were raised. Okay. You are trying to build these different things, and the little hater in the corner can't bother you not a damn. Okay. Because they literally you have no ties. Okay. And there are certain people that are bothered, like, I don't like them. Why don't that bother them? I be staring at them. You know, it's like, I'm hearing the T.I. song. Okay, you can stand there and talk shit all night until you lay hands. Then that's when we'll be like, all right, okay, stand there and talk shit all night. That don't do nothing. Okay. The ones that's mad at you shining in your light, though, that's why, okay? Because you're not sitting here talking to the little nat. You're not sitting here bothered by a hater. You're not sitting here letting all that distract. That's nothing but a distraction. It's nothing but a distraction, you've realized. So you're focused on your energy on building while they're more focused on hating. They too busy watching you and them watching you help you grow. Them talking shit help you to get bigger, get better, get wiser, get stronger, get faster. Okay, get more beautiful. I just heard Megan Thee Stallion. She said, I eat hate for breakfast. That's why I don't have no waist. Okay, you're eating it up. You are eating it up, and it's not affecting you in the least, okay? Because you're more focused on the bigger picture, okay? They don't see the bigger picture, okay? A lot of you are understanding as well that ain't shit either. You can't be worried about the folks that wasn't on the phone with you when God called you and told you what to do, okay? It wasn't a conference call. It was a personal one-on-one call, okay? Some of y'all got top secret missions out here that you are handling and completing. And it's not everybody's job to understand. It's also not your job to explain to everybody either. Okay? You gonna do what you do, and you gonna do what you're supposed to do. And you feel me? Your life gonna speak for itself. The favor over your life, the blessedness over you, everything is going to speak for itself. They can think what they want, but reality don't lie, baby. Okay? Somebody needed that. You realize that no dream is too big and no star is too far, okay? Because you're divinely protected. 444. You out here cleaning the house. What they said, look. God is my best friend, my biggest supporter, my provider, and my protector. Asheo, okay? Ain't no dream too big, ain't no star too far. You are protected, and God is your best friend, your provider, and your supporter, okay? And your protector. Point blank period. Point blank period. Okay? Hold on, y'all gave me a puzzle to do. Which of these objects are worn on the head? A lot of y'all acting. A lot of y'all. I was about to say, like this heat. It's like it's you. Your soul has been activated. Okay, you have activated your soul. You got big presence. Okay, you got big presence energy. Okay. Anything else that the collective needs to be aware of from this deck, Spirit? I don't know. Somebody needed that. You needed that spirit boost. Okay. Because yes, baby, I can cuss you out and I can also speak life to you too. Okay, I can knock you down or I can pick you up. Which one you want? Which one you want? You meant to be a leader, okay? Leaders don't ask everybody. You feel me? Natural born leaders just move and others follow. You don't tell them to follow you. They just follow. That's what a leader does. They move. Make shit happen. Open up the way. The one who started carving the path, okay? So yeah, for someone, if you were thinking and you was having some type of inferiority complex or something like that, that was your message, okay? If something was trying to get into your head and it was the little nats or little monitoring spirits or, you know, the little haters or the little devil in your mind, okay, or whatever the hell it is, okay, there is something a whole lot bigger going on, okay, and you gotta keep your focus, okay? Know your worth, know your value. Move like you know your worth and your value as well. Feel me? I get it too. Sometimes you gotta conceal your presence, right? Because you like, know what? I don't even feel like no confrontation today. Let me just slide on through here, okay? Get the hell on. But yeah, that was somebody's message. Hey, I ain't mad at it. Somebody really doesn't want you to be a star, doesn't believe that you're a star either. Like, well, baby, the truth is that you are a star. The truth is that you are a star. That you are a beacon of hope. The truth is that you are healing, and you're also healing yourself, the world, and everything around you by healing yourself. The truth is that you are talented, or that you are beautiful, or that you are attractive, okay? That's what the truth is. Regardless of if somebody don't like the truth, that don't change that the truth is the truth. You feel me? If the truth could be changed because we don't like it, then wouldn't nothing be true in this world. All right, Most High Spirit. Anything else that the collective needs to be aware of? Whose message? All right, movement, choices, and decisions. Yep, okay. That's the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been bringing balance. Yep, authority. Yep, you done stepped into your authority, your power. Okay, there's that Emperor again. We've had a lot of so this is the second time we've seen the Emperor card. There's a lot of masculine energy. This is you making shit happen. Masculine is to do, feminine is to be. Okay, so you really out here doing the do. Okay, so that you can be at peace. Yep. Power, there's that Leo energy, Aries Leo energy. Aries and Leo have been so significant as well, like especially that Leo energy come through. So whether or not that could be your sun, your moon, or your rising, or somewhere else in your placement like Venus or something like that, okay, you have the power. You have realized that you have the power to accelerate your life. Okay, you have the power to move forward. You have the power to communicate. You have the power, whether or not it's your words, whether or not it's your energy. Yeah, big power. 88 out here. I didn't even realize. Okay, 88. Okay, 888 could also be significant to you. You also have the power to motivate. Yeah, passion ignited. Okay. A lot of you found a new passion, or you just found a power. You found a power inside of yourself. Okay. You grabbed a hold of it. Whether or not some of you didn't know. Some of y'all didn't know the power that you had. That made my eyes water. Some of you didn't know the power that you had. Some of you, those of you that do, you using that power to call in this authority to bring the balance into your life, okay? To bring this forward motion into your life, okay? Anything else? Yep, prosperity begins. Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Boy, what? Baby, you realize you got the power to build, okay? You have the tools, okay? You got the tools. Everything you need, you already have, okay? A lot of you you're realizing, and there goes the 1-1, okay? 1-1-1 could be significant, or 11-11 as well. You realize that you have the power to bring balance and stability, okay? The number 6 is significant as well, okay? To make your dreams happen, to make your life come true, to make your desires a reality. And it all starts with you. It does. It starts with you, okay? When you take ownership of your life and yourself and your inner world and your being, it all starts with you. And once you do that, the universe automatically shifts to match that frequency, okay? How you feel about yourself. For somebody, this a test for you, okay? If you walk slouched, okay, or something like that, just notice energy shift. Do it for a while. I'd say do it for about a week. Like, activate your core muscles, straighten up your back, okay? And, walk like you her, and walk like you him, and just notice how energy around you shift, how people interact with you differently, or how you experience different circumstances and situations, okay? Just from you changing how you are on the inside, okay, automatically shifts your reality, okay? And I don't know how it is for you to walk like, you him or you her. You got to figure out what that walk is for you. That be the challenging part, okay? Walking that walk and then owning that walk, because that walk don't have to look like somebody else's walk that know that they are them, that she is her, that he is him, okay? Finding your own walk, and when you walk into that room, they gonna know, oh, that's her, oh, that's him. Oh boy, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, things are moving forward for you. Things are about to really pick up pace too as well, okay? So if you really, there's a certain decision. There's a certain decision that you just made for the future, for the betterment, okay? It's about to speed things up or have things turning in your favor, okay? Because there's a certain energy that you called in, okay, presently. Or that you are calling in. Anything else that the collective needs to be aware of, Spirit? Patience, divine timing, okay? So just have patience. Things work differently. Things can happen miraculously, but in the physical world versus the eternal world, or the spiritual world, or the unseen world, or when it comes to manifesting, calling in, and building towards something, things take more time in the physical world than they do. It's just like, imagine if we could just be like, oh, I have this idea and I want to have this business, and then boom, everything just pops. Everything, the whole building, all the workers and everything else has to come. It all just comes. The moment we have the idea, you immediately have the stock, you immediately have all the shareholders, you immediately have all the drivers, and you have all the trucks and everything that you need. But it doesn't work that way. It is a building, okay? It's a building up to get to a cohesive, unified flow, okay? So patience is also key as well. So you keep building, okay? You be patient. It's all going to happen, right? You can't rush the process. You can't cut corners. When you rush the process, when you cut corners, it's not going to be stable. It'll fall apart because somewhere, some line, somewhere, you done forgot to dot an I or cross a T. Okay? Okay? The last thing you want to do is forget the dot I across the T. And even if you do, you learn your lesson from that, and then you move on and you don't forget that again. Okay? Yep. Sacral and the Four of Cups. Excuse me. Excuse me. And the Justice card. Over with spiritual birds. Okay, that's a different energy. I'm gonna leave that alone. Yep. You're choosing wisely, okay? You're choosing wisely. You're not allowing you're not allowing certain seeds to be planted. You're not allowing your energy to go towards certain things. That's just it. It's done. You're being strategic, okay? Judgment and truth, okay? Yep, the waiting game. Moving intentionally is working off in your favor, okay? It's paying off. It will, okay? And it does. All right. Is there anything else? See what this is. Is there anything else that the collective needs to be aware of from this deck? Anything else that the collective needs to be aware of? Anything else that the collective needs to be aware of? Surprise. Okay. Like I said, 222 is so significant. Okay, you got some type of surprise coming your way. All right. 14 Sagittarius. It's gonna be something that you're gonna see. Okay, you're gonna see something. You're gonna see something that's gonna be so surprising. Not evil eye. Not the evil eye. Not well, that's no surprise. Yeah, you got a good surprise coming your way or something. Okay, you got a good surprise coming your way. You know, don't be surprised about this evil lying ass hater. Okay, whoever that you know, Marion said, don't be surprised if some hater number 2, hater number 3, 4, 5, whatever the hell is hating on you, Earth Angel. Okay, because you're manifesting what God wants for you. The priest. Rich girl. Somebody, God helping you get rich. Okay? Divination. Look, there they go. We can see them. Okay? We can see you being jealous and envious. We can see you. You know, surprise! We see you. Your energy comes to the read. Evil lion. Look, it's not the evil because it started and finished. Look, these look like their brother and sister. The one with the evil lion, the one with the jealous and envy. Whether or not for somebody, you could have a pair of siblings or relatives. I don't know what the hell. You could have somebody. You feel me? It's at least two on 'em. It's at least two on 'em. But baby, we ain't focused on that. Because you know we're gonna focus on that build. Okay? What you're manifesting. Okay. Baby, stability. This giving 9 of Pentacles energy. You out here manifesting that rich girl. You about to be in your rich girl era, okay? Or rich man era, okay? You're already wealthy because wealth comes from the inside, okay? Just seeing that physically come out into the reality, okay? But you comment, I'm about to be in my rich girl season, okay? You about to be in your rich man season. I say, y'all know we do affirmations too, okay? We speak things, okay, into existence over our life. Ain't no fake praying over here, okay? Okay, I'm in my rich girl era. Okay. Life's about to get real rich. Okay. Like some cake. Ooh, y'all, I want some cake. I started craving some cake because I started thinking rich. I started thinking about a decadent cake. I might be about to go get some cake. Got to go get some cake, y'all. Never mind. I don't have to get cake. I got some apple pie. Y'all, I'm gonna get, look, I'm gonna go eat some apple pie. Yes. I forgot I had some apple pie in there, y'all. I'm gonna have to go out. Look. You already have everything you need. That's what I already said. You already have everything you need. Okay. Okay. Anything else, Spirit, that the collective needs to be aware of or hear? Yeah, thank you for the follow, Sunny Seas. Anything else? Ooh. Mature man. Something about a mature man. You said I've been over here dozing off but tapping the screen. I thank you. Thank you, Marie. I appreciate you. It's my pleasure. What about this mature man? False person? Ooh, y'all, there's some man that's a false person. Because y'all know, we talk about all the good stuff, right? We didn't talk about all the inner world stuff earlier. We didn't talk about the healing, the things personally you're experiencing, this and then third. We get the real important stuff. We get the real important stuff out the way. And then the tea be coming after, like, okay. So, now that you got what you need to know, here's what's going on, girl. That is okay. I'm not mad at the energy. I'm not mad at your energy at all. But baby, yeah, somebody you got. So, yeah, message of concern. Okay, some thief. Some false ass man. Damn, I was not even about to say, I heard false ass nigga in my head, okay? So, whether or not it's somebody who, because that does tend to be a more melanated term, whether or not for somebody it is some black man or, I don't know. I don't know. That's what I heard. Yeah, some thief getting a message of concern, though. Whoever this fake person that stole from you, they getting a message of concern. Like, baby, somebody don't know who they took from. And if they thought they knew who they took on, they really about to know who they took from. I don't know how they finna let them know. I don't know how they finna let them know. Something significant about the number 13. It could be the 13th of May. I don't know. Okay? But they expected something, they not finna get it. They expected something that they done took or something like that. Expectation reverse, they not finna get it. What they gonna get instead is this her. Okay. I don't know what they thought Something about this globe is significant to me. Something about a globe. The world. Did they think they could take your world? It could be something that means the world to you. Okay? Something. But basically somebody fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. Anything else that the collective need to be aware of? Damn. Coughing? Yeah. Coffin and journey. I've been picking up, okay? If you've been on my YouTube, I haven't went live in a while, but even if I'm not live, I still upload readings to my YouTube, okay? I've been picking up that somebody, I don't know who, what, when, where. We know why, but we don't know who, what, when, where. All we know is the why. Whether or not it's real physical or some type of situation or some type of job or money flow. I don't know. I don't be digging that deep. If it's somebody that you know or know of, you'll hear about it through the grapevine. You feel me? I don't have to look into it because you'll hear through the grapevine. Alright. Why does the collective need to be aware of this fake ass man? You said 111 and 444. Okay. Yeah, divinely you protected and you leading the way. Okay, leading the way and protected. So many. A lot of cards just fell. The one that stayed was this gamble. Somebody, like I said, person of Earth. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I don't know. But dice. Yeah. Somebody rolled the dice. Somebody was playing with some loaded dice. And they thought they wasn't going to get caught. Somebody thought they was going to play with some loaded dice and they thought they wasn't going to get caught. For those of you who watch Yellowstone, the train, y'all know what is the long black train? What was it? The long black train or the long dark train? I can't remember, but there's a long black train on the floor. He was like, "You want to go see the long black train? I'm gonna take you to the train station." He's like, "Take him to the train station." I get took to the train station. Alright. Oh, I thought I had got them all. Okay, there was one more. Train, repairman, white rabbit, inventor, person of water, Captain Scorpio Pisces. The answer is no. Okay. Somebody thought they was gonna come towards you and repair something and try to invent something new. And the answer is no. Okay. The answer is no. It's going to be no. Whether or not this is somebody, okay, this could be the end of that connection. Like for somebody, like you really could finally get to say your last piece type of energy, you know? Some connections end, but you didn't like verbally, you feel me? You could have like not verbally stated where you actually stand with them, right? And there could just be a length of time between. For somebody, whoever this fake person is, or whoever you know, whoever this fake person is, It's the end of the connection. It's that, nah, I'll never want to see you again type of energy, okay? Like, don't you ever show your face around me no more. It's done, okay? However however it is for you. But that's the type of energy I'm picking up. It's like, nah, I'm done. I'm through. Don't never want to deal with you again. Y'all. For somebody, you might get petty, or the situation might be petty, or whoever this person is was the one that was petty. Because I just heard, see, and don't even worry about it. You're not invited to the cookout. You can't even cook anyways. I don't know if that person, I don't know if somebody can't cook or not, but that's what I heard. It's like, don't worry about coming to the cookout either, because you can't cook anyways. You might, whoever this is, you might tell them, don't worry about coming to some type of function. I don't know. They might get kicked out the party. I don't know. Yeah, roses in the library. Yeah. But basically, you're taking access, okay? You're taking your access to you away from individuals who have proven unworthy, okay, of access to, to what you got going on, okay? Especially when you focus and building, you got big business going on. You can't just have folks all around. You got to have people you can trust. When you building something big, when you building something real big, something, whether or not it's a big old business, you can't just have everybody in there. You got to screen these folks, you feel me? You going to probably do background checks, whether or not you hire a PI, or you feel me, or whatever it is, or something like that. You ain't gonna just have everybody up in there. And folks of the past who have proven to not be worthwhile and taking an investment on as part of whatever you're building, they ain't gonna get to come in. You feel me? They didn't already prove, like, 𝐷, you act weird and dodge me about owing me $10, $20, $100. What I look like letting you come in, okay, into this $1 million corporation, and you can't even own up to and take responsibility for owing $10, okay? Like, no, 50, feel me? You thought you was gonna buy a share? Oh no, I'm not selling you no type of share. No. Okay, so whatever, okay, it could be something big like that for somebody, but I could just see how big, okay? Like, for a lot of you, whatever you working on is big, okay? It's big, okay? So you gotta, okay? You can't play about security, okay? No emotion, that's what business is, okay? Can't let your heartstrings, okay? You can't let your love for somebody override the truth of their patterns, okay? Patterns don't lie. Thank you for the follow, Kevin. Thank you, Val. Will-o-wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. The fates, bold step forward, and the universe is your partner, baby. So, like I said, a lot of this read, I felt an energy. You are truly supported in whatever you are building, starting to build, or continuing to build. Okay? So, you are accessing. You have access to hidden treasures, okay? You have access to a plethora, okay? A plethora of resources, whether unseen and seen or seen, unseen or seen, okay? A lot of you tapping into your unseen treasures to help you build the treasures and get to the treasures that you can see, okay? The fates, you are meant to take this bold step forward in whatever, in this endeavor, okay? Because the universe is on your side. You have the universe. You have unseen energies, powerful, primordial too, unseen energies that are on your side, assisting you, coming from within you, okay? So this is really a time. This is really a time, okay? I'm gonna upload this. I'm gonna upload this to my YouTube, right? The link is in my bio, okay? So that you'll catch all of the energy from earlier too, because we went from talking about the Aries energy, the Taurus energy, the reflection period, healing, things that you have been noticing, different signs, synchronicities, okay, all the way up and into, okay. So basically, but the big message is of, if you find your confirmation, this is a great time to build. Okay, whatever you've been letting go of is making room for what you actually do want to have around you, or what you need to have around you. Okay, keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled and your lips sealed about what you got going on. Okay, just make it happen, Captain. Okay, things are working out in your favor. Don't allow unexpected surprises, okay, or unexpected situations to detour you or upset you so bad they tear you up and distract you from what you're supposed to be doing or what you want to do. Okay? The universe is on your side. Okay? Also, real accountability and real acceptance, self-acceptance, okay? This is a developmental period, not just, when you're building in the physical, you're also building internally as well, okay? So the development doesn't just stop or start on the outside, it starts on the inside, okay? You are finding these treasures in your shadows as well. Okay, as you're looking at your own shadows, you're finding gems. You finding gold coins. You putting them in your pocket. Okay, because they're yours to spend. They came from you anyways, baby. All right. So with that, I'm going to leave this message here. I wish you inner peace and wholeness. All right. And I will catch y'all later. Thank you for all of your follows, your likes. Thank you for your donations. Okay. I appreciate all of your energy. All right. And I will be back with another one later. I hope you have a wonderful grand rising, grand evening, grand afternoon, wherever, however you are. Okay. Peace and love. Thank you, Marie. Yeah, peace on. I appreciate you, Kev.